Chapter 6. Train your mind like a muscle.
Let me destroy a myth that's been holding you back. Emotional control is not a personality trait. You're not born with it or without it. It's not genetic. It's not some mystical quality that certain people have and you don't. It's a skill. And like any skill, you build it through deliberate daily practice. Nobody is born unshakable. That person you admire, the one who stays calm in chaos, who doesn't react to provocation, who seems completely in control of their emotions, they weren't born that way. They train that way. Every calm, controlled person you've ever encountered got that way through repetition, through practice, through showing up every single day and doing the work. Meditation, journaling, breath work, exposure to discomfort. These aren't optional wellness trends. They're not things you do when you feel like it. They're training protocols. Just like you wouldn't expect to bench press 300 pounds without ever training, you can't expect emotional mastery without practice. Your mind is a muscle. And right now, if you're emotionally reactive, if you're controlled by your feelings, if you can't detach, it's because that muscle is weak. But weak muscles can be strengthened. That's the key. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're just untrained. And starting today, that changes. Let me give you the first training protocol. It's called the Daily Check-In, and it takes 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes that will transform your entire relationship with your emotions. Here's how it works. Before you check your phone, before you engage with the world, sit with yourself. I know what you do right now. Your alarm goes off. You immediately grab your phone. You check messages. You scroll social media. You jump into email. Within seconds of waking up, you've plugged into everyone else's agenda, everyone else's emotions, everyone else's priorities. Stop doing that. The first 5 minutes of your day belong to you, not to your boss, not to your friends, not to the algorithm. To you. Sit up. Close your eyes if that helps. And ask yourself 3 questions. What am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this? What do I want to feel today? That's it. 3 questions. 5 minutes. What am I feeling? Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're already stressed about the day ahead. Name it. Label it. Don't judge it. Just identify it. Why am I feeling this? Maybe you're anxious because you have a difficult meeting. Maybe you're stressed because you have too much to do. Maybe you're feeling inadequate because you scrolled through social media last night and compared yourself to everyone. Understand the source. What do I want to feel today? This is the most important question because now you're setting an intention. I want to feel calm. I want to feel focused. I want to feel present. You're not demanding that you feel that way. You're not forcing it. You're just declaring your intention. This simple ritual creates awareness, and awareness is the foundation of control. You can't detach from emotions you don't even notice. Most people are hijacked by their feelings all day long and never even realize it. They're just reacting, operating on emotional autopilot. The daily check-in interrupts that autopilot. It creates a gap, a moment of consciousness, and in that gap, you have choice. That's not about perfection. It's about awareness. Some days you'll check in and realize you're feeling terrible. That's okay. You're not trying to manufacture positive emotions. You're just trying to notice what's there before it controls you. Do this every single morning for 30 days, just 5 minutes, before your phone, before anything else. Watch what happens to your emotional baseline. Now let me give you the second training protocol, controlled exposure. If you want to build physical strength, you lift progressively heavier weights. If you want to build emotional strength, you expose yourself to progressively more uncomfortable situations. Deliberately, most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort. They avoid difficult conversations. They avoid rejection. They avoid conflict. They avoid anything that makes them feel bad. And what happens? Their emotional resilience atrophies. It weakens. Until even small discomforts feel unbearable. Emotional detachment doesn't come from avoiding hard things. It comes from walking through them without being destroyed. And that only comes from practice. Here's what controlled exposure looks like in practice. Cold showers. Every morning, end your shower with 30 seconds of cold water. Pure cold. As cold as it gets. Your body will scream. Your mind will resist. But you stand there anyway. You breathe through it. You prove to yourself that you can endure discomfort without collapsing. That's emotional training. Difficult conversations. Stop avoiding them. You need to have that talk with your partner. Have it today. You need to address that issue with your coworker. Do it this week. Each time you face a difficult conversation instead of avoiding it, you're building emotional courage. Public speaking. Join Toastmasters. Volunteer to present at work. Put yourself in situations where you're visible, where you might be judged, where you might fail. The anxiety you feel, that's the weight you're lifting. Each time you do it, you get stronger. Rejection practice. This one is powerful. Deliberately seek out small rejections. Ask for discounts you don't expect to get. Pitch ideas that might get shot down. Apply for opportunities you're not sure you're ready for. Desensitize yourself to no, because when rejection doesn't destroy you, you become unstoppable. Each time you face discomfort without collapsing, you're strengthening your nervous system. Your nervous system is trainable. Right now, it might be hypersensitive. Small stresses trigger massive reactions. But through controlled exposure, you teach it that discomfort is not danger, that anxiety is not death, that fear is not a command to retreat. You rewire it, you make it more resilient, you build emotional armor. That's the difference between someone who's controlled by their emotions and someone who controls them. It's not about natural ability. It's not about personality. It's about training. Let me give you a specific 30-day training plan. This is not optional. This is not if you feel like it. This is a protocol. Follow it exactly. Week 1, awareness. Daily check-in, 5 minutes every morning. Emotion labeling. Throughout the day, name your emotions as they arise. Evening reflection. 5 minutes before bed, review your emotional patterns. Week 2, breath control. Continue daily check-in. Add box breathing. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds hold. Do this for 5 minutes daily. When you feel triggered during the day, take 3 box breaths before responding. Week 3, physical discomfort. Continue daily check-in and breath work. Add cold exposure. 30 to 60 seconds of cold water at the end of every shower. Notice your resistance. Notice that you survive anyway. Week 4, social discomfort. Continue all previous practices. Have one difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Seek one rejection. Ask for something you expect to be denied. Do one thing that makes you socially uncomfortable. By the end of 30 days, you will not be the same person. Your emotional baseline will have shifted. Your ability to sit with discomfort will have expanded. Your nervous system will be more regulated, but only if you actually do it. You have a choice. You can keep wishing you had more emotional control, or you can build it. You can keep being reactive, or you can train yourself to be responsive. You can keep avoiding discomfort, or you can deliberately expose yourself to it and grow stronger. It's not about talent. It's not about personality. It's about discipline. The most emotionally controlled people you know didn't start that way. They started weak, reactive, and controlled by their feelings, just like you. But they trained, they practiced, they showed up every single day and did the work. And now it's your turn. 5 minutes in the morning. Controlled exposure to discomfort. Consistent practice, that's all it takes. Not motivation, not inspiration, just repetition. Your mind is a muscle. Weak muscles can be strengthened, but only if you train them.
You've learned that emotional control is a trainable skill. You've learned the daily practices that build it. Now we need to address the mindset that will either accelerate your progress or sabotage it completely. Your attachment to specific outcomes.